as I say, we've kind of, at the moment, we rated him 3.5. We've not been able to play test him, so it's just based on his skill. And we sort of said, look, Hydra strong, Arena very strong. Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I'm a bit pissed off. I gotta be honest. I've come back from holiday. Maybe my mindset is still in the clouds, having a lovely time. But yesterday, I dropped a video on a brand new champion, and so many people in the comments were like trying to call it out as if we're doing it all wrong. And I tell you what, it just absolutely got to me yesterday. It's like, what do you mean? Since when are we trying to call people out on day one of a champion being played? Yeah, and this is about Wukong. So I put out a video saying Wukong, new meta. Yeah, new arena meta. And people are like, new meta, but you've rated him 3.5 out of 5. Firstly, we rate champions before they're even in the game based on reading skills. Once we've then played with champions in the game, we readjust. Because you know what? You don't necessarily know how a passive is going to interact fully. You don't necessarily know what the A2 is going to do when it kills someone. Is it going to be the full nuke or is it just a little tickle? So there's things we don't know yet. Okay, so what we tend to do, and a really good example is there's a fusion champion that is coming out next week. He's not even in the game yet. We're giving him ratings based on reading skills. At the moment, he's rated 3.5. We've got a blurb about him. We've got his skills, and we don't know much else. Yeah, it's like a placeholder rating. With Wukong, we rated him 3.5 before I'd even played with him. As soon as I'd played with him, straight away, before any comments were written, as I was uploading my video, I was adjusting the ratings because I'd then seen him in action, right? And he's now rated a 4. But even then, you shouldn't just be looking at an overall rating for a champion. The reason we do this on the website in such detail is because this game is not just a one champion fits all content type of game. You shouldn't even really look at the overall rating. It's the worst piece of information on the whole website. And if you'd looked before I adjusted anything, this dude was already 5-star in Arena. This dude was already 5-star in Hydra. In fact, the only thing I've adjusted since yesterday was I've improved his Doom Tower rating for waves because he's an absolute beast. And I've upped his dungeon ratings a bit. But let's be clear, 3.5 out of 5 for this dude probably is pretty fair as well, right? Because he's not that good anywhere else. Yeah, me, Saf, and YST, we quite often do this. We have a bit of a debate. It's like, what should this guy be overall? Yeah, he's absolutely going to be arena meta for the next few months. And he's got a really interesting kit. He's hard to kill. But still, he doesn't bring any debuffs for a boss, right? Which means that he's pretty much low-key useless in Doom Tower. Other than someone who can hit hard, which, by the way, you could literally get yourself an Outrider and he hits hard, right? So you need to look at a champion's kit and say, well, what's he going to do in bosses? In Doom Tower, basically doing nothing, right? He doesn't bring any decreased speed, decreased defense, decreased attack. Doesn't bring any damage in burns, poisons. He doesn't have any enemy max HP, right? So if you actually just added up all of the ratings we've given him and divide it by the amount of areas, he would be a 3 or a 3.5. But we have to kind of over adjust for that just to say he's actually really good as a specialist somewhere, right? Just, I don't know why, but yesterday it just pissed me off with the amount of people calling it out and basically you're using the resource wrong. Okay, that's the facts. It was already there, what he's good at. You know, and even then, we try and adjust over time. Emic, we probably overrated when he first came in. Yeah, because his kit felt like on paper it was going to be great. He's got a lot more areas of the game where he's useful. But he's actually not as good a specialist in many areas. So it's very difficult. If you're coming into this website just looking at an overall rating, that's not a great way to do it. What you're better off doing is going into Raid Shadow Legends, going into the champion tier list, and then saying, right, what area of the game do I need some support with, right? And if it's, I don't know, if it's Hydra or Clan Boss or whatever, then filter on that and find champions that you've got in that area. Hit the Show My Champs button if you're an optimizer user, and it will just like filter out the ones that you've got. Don't come in and just click overall rating. All right, who are the high level ones here? The only reason they've got a 5 on the left is because they're good in a number of areas of the game. And there's still, you know, between me, Saf, and YST, there's still this kind of debate around, should we even have this column? And if we do, would it be a better column if it just averaged all of the ratings together? Because then that's a more realistic number. But unfortunately, because so many people use it as their benchmark, it's like we can't do that, because it would end up bringing some really great champions much further down the list. And we don't really want to do that because people use it wrong. So look, I don't know. Yesterday, for whatever reason, it really got under my skin that people were just calling us out. We worked really hard to try and get you this resource as quick as we can for every single champion in the game. And we always adjust over time. Always. Like, it's always been that way since I first started doing this on a spreadsheet on Google Drive or whatever it's called, like Google Sheets. That's where it started. And it takes a lot of work, right? And it takes a lot of adjustment as we start to playtest champions. So please, I don't know, think before you piss me off. Anyway, I'll see you later.